What's going on, guys? This is Alaskan Hog from FinTrade Pros bringing you another video, and today we're going to be talking about the VWAP. Okay, so first I'm going to add it to my chart. I'm going to show you how I add it, what I do to it, because I don't like I'm sure you guys have seen the VWAP, and it looks like this when you add it. So it gives you a top line, which I believe is 25% of the 25% of the volume weighted average price to the top and 25% to the bottom. Okay, so but it just makes your chart look really really congested. I don't like having all that stuff on my screen, so I like to take those upper and lower bands off. You can do that by clicking right here on the VWAP settings page. Take those off. I do like to change the style of mine to a dotted line and put on something really bright that stands out to me on my chart. Okay, so this is what the VWAP looks like. Okay, so here's a couple of things that I want to explain about the VWAP. One, it does not change based on your time frame. So if you put a 30-minute chart on, the VWAP is still going to be the same. It's still going to have the exact same movement. Same thing with the 1-minute chart. It's exactly the same. Okay, so understand that moving forward, that it's not like a simple moving average where if you change the time frame or an exponential, any of the moving averages, when you change the time frame, that moving average is going to change. The VWAP does not do that, so you can look on it at it on multiple charts, and it's the same across the board. Okay, so I do like to trade on the 5-minute chart when you're looking at the VWAP. So I'm going to talk about the VWAP on Tesla today. So opening up, this is probably not a trade that I would have taken because it was trading above my moving averages, even though it was trading below the VWAP. Just wasn't something that I probably would have traded. However, as it gets really extended down below the VWAP, it could be a good trade going up, and that's if you want to take a lot of risk. I don't take the risk. I didn't trade this. I probably wouldn't have traded that, but a lot of people do. Okay, as you can see, the movement comes back up and actually punches above both moving averages and across the VWAP. I always like the stock to go above the VWAP and then test it to confirm its support, which Tesla did do that here, and then this happened and it dropped down. So it can break down. Had you gotten in, this would have been a good entry around this area. For me, I like it to break above the previous candle that it closed above, so an entry around 992, with the hope, or not hope, but with the chart telling you that you're going to be moving forward, and that's generally what should happen when you get a bounce on a VWAP. But the bears came in and pushed it down, so if you did get in here, that would have been a good exit point for minimal losses. All right. Understand also that if you're trading options and you're trading intraday, you're day trading, you definitely want to pick a delta that's going to give you good movement when the stock moves. All right, picking a delta in the 20s and 30s is not really going to do anything for you on day trading. You have to pick a delta that is a little bit higher, preferably 60, 70 range is what we kind of like to trade. So this would have been how a VWAP breakdown happens. After entering a trade, you definitely want to exit once you see that it breaks down from that. But it looked like it was going to bounce and move forward. That probably would have been a good entry most days, but today it just wasn't happening. So let's look at a stock that it did happen for today. Let's look at Roku. All right, so as you can see, Roku broke above the VWAP as soon as the market opened. After that first bar, within the first 15 minutes, it was trading above the VWAP. All right, you get a cross on the moving averages lines, but it's already so far above it. Again, like I said, I like it to come back and test to confirm the VWAP. All right, so if you were going to trade Roku, and I missed this today, a lot of our members got into this and made a lot of money, but I unfortunately missed this move today. But just continuing to break down, this comes up and pulls back to the VWAP and confirms. So an entry, as it breaks the second candle that holds above the VWAP would have been right here, for a nice, 7% move to the upside throughout the day. So on the options, if you got an at-the-money strike, it had probably been about 130, 140%, maybe even more, depending on what delta you picked. So it can be a very good strategy to use, but you've got to have volume in the stock compared to previous days. So as you can look at the volume down here, you see the previous days on Roku. There wasn't a lot of volume. Obviously, today was very active. You can see that in the first 15 minutes, first 30 minutes, 15 minutes compared to previous days. So this should have been something that was on my watch list. I just missed it because I was at work. Okay, so anyway, so the VWAP is basically the weighted price. So it takes in the account of the volume and the price action on the day. Okay, institutional traders will use the VWAP to trade around the VWAP line. Okay, so you're not going to have a ton of institutional traders buying way up above the VWAP and way below the VWAP because they're trading millions and millions of dollars. All right, so if you're down here and you're buying millions and millions of dollars worth of stock, what's going to happen? It's going to shoot up. So everybody starts buying and you get drastic moves intraday. Same thing if you're trading up here and then the institutional traders start selling. Well, people are going to start panicking and they see the volume coming in, they see it dropping. And what does everybody do? They start selling and it just, crosses right back down. So institutional traders will generally trade around the VWAP price. Okay, so it is a good strategy. Understand that it's just a day trading strategy. You would not use this for swing trading. It is only a day trading strategy. Okay, so I hope that this helps you understand how to trade the VWAP, what the VWAP is, and how people use it. Okay, so it's not always going to be accurate. I like to use it with other moving averages. Generally, I have my RSI on so I can see if it's oversold at this point right here. In fact, I'll go ahead and turn the RSI on here. So it really wasn't oversold, but still really nice bounce. There's a lot of volume. This is what you want to see. You want to see it test the VWAP and then bounce up and continue to move forward and stay above the VWAP. All right, so if you do get an entry and you do decide to enter the play and it starts running up, your exit can be wherever you feel comfortable. All right, so at this point you're already up, 30, 40, 50% profit. You see it starting to move back down, but it never gets close to the VWAP. It does ride the 50-period moving average and continues on its uptrend up. Okay, so make sure that when you're using these indicators to day trade, you're using them together. You're not just using one indicator, but this was definitely a sign of strength with the bounce here. And then, it just ripped and roared, 7% the rest of the day right there. All right, so if you guys have any questions about the VWAP or want a different video showing specific tickers or days that something happened and how you would have traded it, just go ahead and comment below. Let me know. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and make sure you hit that notification button so you know when we're posting stuff. And if you want to learn options and trade in a real options group with steady, consistent gains, big gains, check us out at FinTradePros.com or click on the link in the description. All right, guys, till next time, trade smart.